Gervonta Tank Davis is stepping back into the ring following his impressive victory against Frank Martin. Boxing pros like Erol Spence hyped Martin up so much just for him to get flatlined by Gervonta Tank Davis.
Oh, left uppercut. Down goes Martin! Mamma mia!
But it's not going to be a walk in the park for Tank Davis this time. The guy he's set to fight is no joke, Teofimo Lopez. You heard that right. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Teofimo, the takeover. Lopez, two absolute beasts about to go head-to-head in what's shaping up to be one of the most explosive matchups we've ever seen. Y'all know how it goes. When these two step in the ring, it's pure electricity. But before the punches start flying, we've already got fireworks with this heated face-to-face that went down on DAZN. And trust me, things got spicy. We're breaking down the trash talk, the tension, and why this fight might just be a defining moment for both of these fighters. So, if you're here for the smoke, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Alright, now let's get to the main event of this video, the face-off that had the whole internet talking. When Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez squared up for DAZN, you could literally feel the tension through the screen. Both these guys have massive egos, and neither one is backing down. Tank, as always, was more laid back, just staring through Teo like he couldn't wait to drop him. You could tell he wasn't about the noise, he was about that action. But Teofimo? Man, Teo was on 10. He was coming in hot with the trash talk, calling out Tank, questioning his skills, and basically saying Tank ain't fought anyone on his level. Teo has always been talking about going up against Tank, and now he's got the opportunity. You just know this guy is gonna make the most out of it.
He's been catered more than I've been, and pampered more than I've ever been.
Boxing fans have talked about you and Ryan for a long, long time.
I think more me and Tank will be than Ryan. I like facing the guys that beat the guy rather than the guy that lost to the guy. Ryan just kept literally lunging in and throwing the hooks. I mean, that was an easy read for Tank. I think that with myself and Tank, oh, hell yeah, it's explosive. But I'm really going to outclass him. Talks about mind games and all that stuff, but this mind that I have here was just different. And he showed me that he doesn't really quite believe in himself. Because if a man believes in himself and his ability, he takes a fight against Vasily Lomachenko in 2016, 2017.
Teofimo started calling Tank a duck for not fighting Lomachenko, the same guy Teofimo has already beaten. Tank didn't want any smoke with Loma, but guess who did? Teofimo Lopez. And this guy became a legit threat the day he wiped the floor with Loma. Teofimo did most of the trash talking during the face-off, while Tank Davis kept his cool. Tank said to Teo, "Shut up, you talk too much." Now this was enough to get Teo out of his seat and let his hands go. But hey, the security held him back, otherwise we'd be in for a brawl. Teo has never been a fan of Tank Davis. I mean, this guy doesn't leave any opportunity to bash Tank's name.
So you don't care.
Look at our sizes.
You don't care about rehydration then, like rehydration clauses. And
When you're the best, you don't care about any of that. You don't care about any of that.
do you knock people for doing that?
No, that just lets me know they're intimidated. It's intimidation. It's a psych on their own mind.
You think so? Because
I know, so I'm a fighter.
But Tank put Ryan under rehydration. I don't know if Tank. I can't say Tank was like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, son. You got real fighters and then you got bitch fighters.
What ring? Yep, you heard that right. Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez have sparred before, and what happened during their spar is truly surprising. Teo had the upper hand and was walking Gervonta Davis down. Davis was on the back foot, hard licks. This fight is going to be closer than people think, especially now that Teofimo is training with the one and only Canelo Alvarez. Yep, the Mexican superstar is helping Teo train for this match. Having Canelo in your camp definitely gives you a considerable edge going into any fight, and that's what Teofimo needs. Now, let's break this fight down a little more. When these two step into the ring, it's gonna be a battle of styles. Let's start with Gervonta Davis. This dude is an absolute KO machine. We're talking 30 fights, 30 wins, with 28 of those coming by knockout. That's an insane KO ratio. His power is on another level, and he's proven it time and time again by turning the lights out on some of the best fighters in the game. I mean, we all saw what he did to Ryan Garcia, right? Bang! That left hook to the body was like an off switch. Garcia was down before he even knew what hit him. Tank has this killer instinct that's hard to teach. Once he's locked in, it's curtains for his opponents. Now, let's talk about Teofimo Lopez, the takeover. This man burst onto the scene and took the lightweight division by storm, shocking the world when he beat Vasily Lomachenko to become the unified lightweight champion. He's got fast hands, crazy reflexes, and is undoubtedly the best catch-and-shoot guy in the industry. Tank is not going to have an easy night with this guy standing across from him in the ring. And there's one thing Teofimo said about Tank that you can't afford to miss. Lopez said that Tank has been pampered all his career while he's had to fight for every single thing. He's not wrong, because after Floyd took Tank under his wing, it was all fame and riches. Floyd got Tank all these huge deals and mega fights, taking his career to the next level.
Been catered more than I've been, and pampered more than I've been.
But let's be real, Teo's career has had some ups and downs recently. His loss to George Kambosos Jr. was a tough pill to swallow, and there were questions about whether Teofimo was as mentally sharp as he was when he took down Lomachenko. But what makes Teo dangerous is that he thrives off the pressure. He's the type of fighter who bounces back stronger. He's got that swagger, that I'm gonna run through anyone in my way attitude, and that's exactly what we saw in this face-off.
June 5th, that all these 135-pound guys in my division, they quiet. They don't want to fight Teofimo again because what he just did. And then I'm just gonna keep putting it on each and every time. But we're gonna make those fights happen too.
Now, let's talk about what's at stake here, because this isn't your normal boxing fight. For Tank, a win would solidify him as one of the most feared fighters in boxing, especially after Frank Martin win. If he takes down Teofimo, there's no denying he's a pound-for-pound great. For Teo, beating Tank would be the ultimate comeback after the Kambosos fight. It would shut down any critics who say his win over Lomachenko was a fluke. Teo wants to take over the division again, and this is his shot. This is more than just two fighters going at it. This is about who's going to be the face of boxing for the next generation. The stakes couldn't be higher. Keyshawn Davis had an interesting take on this matchup. He pointed out that both fighters have the same fighting style. So what happens when two power punchers step into the ring with each other? Well, one thing I'll tell you is that someone's getting knocked out. It's only a matter of who.
Stylistically, they're the same fighter. The makeup is a little different, the size is a little different.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.